Hey guys, so today I am going to be sharing with you. It's really hard to talk about this. It was kind of rough going through this with my baby. This is my last baby, and last year, my husband started a new job, and she was just not feeling it, and ended up losing her hair. And what didn't help is that she also has thyroid problems. So she had um, stress like stress related hair loss basically, and was basically balding. And I tried to listen to the doctors and all that. I did all the blood work, alopecia tests, all of that came back negative, a whole bunch of things, paid a lot of money, and I kind of just gave up on them and made my baby a oil that I've used on myself, to grow her hair back. All right, so this is how she looks right now compared to the previous pictures in the beginning of this video. Um, but yeah, here are some clips, really close up, of when I started applying the oil to her scalp, specifically to the areas where the hair just fell off and it was like completely bald. And then in about a week or so, the you can see like little tiny black dots popping up or appearing by her hair follicles. You could see them. So that is the hairs starting to come back. So I didn't keep track or record of this because I wanted to share it with you guys. I did not plan on sharing it with you guys. Um, but I figured it might be helpful for anybody who is in a similar situation, who is experiencing stress related hair loss or thyroid related hair loss, and this may be helpful to you. I'm not saying it's a miracle, I'm not saying you're going to grow your hair overnight. This whole thing took about 4 months for her bald spots to start to close all the way up. So majority of her bald spots are closed, so she could wear her hair out without an issue. You don't see them. But yeah, let's get started on how to make this oil. So you're going to need 2 onions, regular size onions. If you don't have two, you have one, use one. But I'm pretty sure you could go to the store real quick and get red onions. Do not get yellow sweet ones. Do not get white sweet ones. Just get red onions, preferably some that look a little healthier, okay? And you can dice them up really fine if you do not have a blender. I'm just chopping them up just to make it easier for the blender to just kind of pulverize them and make them into a paste. And I'm just going to add them in my blender, okay? Once you get it in your blender, you're going to add in a half cup of extra virgin cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, okay? Make sure it says cold press on it, all right? All right, you're gonna blend this up to a paste. And like I said, you don't need to do this. You could chop it up really fine. But if you have a blender, it is a plus, okay? All right, you guys, once I have my paste blended up, I'm gonna add in about 3/4 cups of the extra virgin cold press olive oil to my pot. Use a stainless steel pot. Do not use a non-stick pot that's chipped or anything like that. If you have an enamel pot, that's fine, but I would prefer, you use a stainless steel pot. Okay, and you're going to not cook this, but heat this up on the lowest setting, on the smallest burner of your stove, okay, for 25 minutes, and stirring it regularly. Then I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon and a half of dry oregano, okay, dry oregano. The last 5 minutes is when I do this. So the last 5 minutes of that 25 minutes is when I add in the dry oregano, and then I add in 3 leaves of dried sage. The sage actually came from my garden, and we're going to just mix that in and leave that in there for the last 5 minutes while this is on the smallest burner on the lowest setting, okay? And stirring this regularly. It should go from that bright pinkish paste to this kind of beige, kind of off looking color. Once we have that done, you're going to stir this around a little bit. You could let it sit for a little if you like, but we're going to need this to be warm to finish this up, okay? So I'm going to use a coffee filter and a strainer. Both of these items you can get from the dollar store. And I'm going to strain my onion oil through the coffee filter, and this is going to give me a nice clean oil to work with. This part of the video is sped up, so it's not going to drip this fast when you're doing it. It might look really slow. You might think you're doing something wrong, but this part of the video is sped up. Okay, so leave it alone. Don't try to force it to go faster. Just put the paste, the mixture in the coffee filter and let it drip on its own, because you don't want to squeeze out any onion juice that may be in there. We don't want any water in the oil, okay? That's just gonna make the oil go bad really, really fast. I'm using these small jelly jars and I'm adding 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds per jar. I'm actually making a batch of this for my sister-in-law. And I'm also going to add in some rosemary. This is dried rosemary, about a half a teaspoon per jar, okay? Both of these ingredients have amazing health benefits and help with the growth of hair. So definitely look into each one of these ingredients before you try this, so you can see for yourself why I used all of them. So look in the bottom of the bowl, you see that little cloud there? That's water, so onion juice. So you got to be careful. Do not let that go in your jar if you're trying to get every last bit of oil out of there. And now that I have my jars halfway filled, I'm going to add in castor oil into them. This is, I don't know if I'm saying it right, hexane free castor oil. You can use this one for your hair and your body. The hexane is something they put in cooking oil, that's meant for cooking. So this does not have that, okay? So I'm adding it in there and stirring it. The oil is still warm and it's going to be able to get all the benefits of the fenugreek and the rosemary seeds that are in here while it's still warm, okay? And then my last ingredient is pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed oil blocks the hormone that causes your hair to fall out, while the fenugreek helps with blood circulation for a good environment for your hair to grow back. The onion in here helps to strengthen the hair follicle, keeping it from breaking off, okay, and helping prevent dandruff. Rosemary keeps the inflammation down, also keeping the dandruff down. Castor oil helps to moisturize the hair and penetrating the hair follicle and moisturizing it deeply. And by the way, onions have a high sulfur content, which is really good if you really want to grow your hair back. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful to you. You can use this oil if you have postpartum hair loss, like I've used it, or if you have stress related hair loss or thyroid related hair loss. I hope it helps. Remember, it's going to take time, okay? It's not overnight. And I'll see you guys very soon in another video. Bye, guys.